네, 저희가 이제 공부를 했어요. 이제 대충 저도 선생님 이제 공부하시는 거 어때요?
아, 진짜 훨씬 나은 것 같아요.
자 이제
나 이제 잘할 수 있을 것 같아요.
잘할 수 있을 것 같아요.
나 아까 한 개도 모르고 그냥 막 들어가고 했는데 쌤은 이제 이걸 그 영어를 자기가 해석을 하니까 들으면 선생님이 이제 그 그림을 다 그리더라고. 난 아직 그림 못 그리거든요.
아까 처음에 들었을 때는
듣고
그냥
그리더라고.
말할 때는 솔직히 그림이 안 그려졌어. 뭔가 몇 개만 문장이 그려졌고
나 다 빠뜨려.
말하면서 하니까 확실히 그림이 조금
어.
그려졌는데 이제 문장 하나는 또 보니까 이제 완전히 됐어요. 이제
선생님이 저를 키워요. 왜냐하면
발음적인 면이
이걸 이제 이래 선생님이 이걸 저를 읽으라고 그러거든요. 읽으면 제가 이렇게 막 이렇게 해석을 해요. 그러면은 거기에 살을 탁 붙여가지고 정확하게 말해주는 거야. 그래서 그걸 지금 했어요. 그리고 그거 이렇게 내가 하면 선생님 살 붙여주고 그 다음에 이제 우리 여기 뭐냐 그게 해석집 이제 봤어요. 그래서 이제 알겠어요, 뭔지.
선생님 이걸 하는 이유는 왜 하냐면 제 생각엔 구문을 내가 아무리 봐도 모르는 건 어쩔 수 없어. 근데 이제 해석 어떻게 봐야 하는 이유는 이런 부분은 이렇게 해석하는구나 그걸 좀 알아야 돼요. 그러려면 이걸 연습을 많이 해야 구문 그 문치 표현을 많이 알아야 된다고 하잖아요. 뭐 스탑 투 바운싱 이런 것도 바운싱 하는 거 스탑한다 뭐 이런 식으로 딱 눈에 확 들어오듯이 그 띄어읽기가 되는 연습을 하기 위해서 잠깐 했어요. 자 그러면 이제 본론으로 다시 이제 듣고 이제 내용을 파악한 상태에서 이제 듣겠습니다. 시작. Chapter 8. Arthur stood in his garage, throwing at the tennis ball against the wall. Bounce, bounce, catch. Bounce, bounce, catch. Too bad they used these games, he thought. Hi, Arthur. Francine stood in the driveway. Arthur ignored her. Bounce, bounce, catch. Bounce, bounce. 되게 천천히 들리는 것 같아.
그렇지.
Come
맞아,
on,
맞아.
Arthur. You can't ignore me forever. Arthur stopped, bounced the ball. What you brings here, Francine? No, don't tell me. I bet you thought up some new insertion since yesterday. Francine's face reddened. Actually, I came over with some news. My father has made me the new assistant coach. Congratulations! Would that be assistant coach in charge of criticism? No, look, Arthur, maybe I have to get a little carried away lately. I'm sorry. But now my dad says I have to make sure the team works together. She took a baseball. And my first project is you. Me? Arthur crossed his arms. What if I don't want to be a project? Would you rather be teased or feel embarrassed all the time? Arthur sighed. He picked up the gloves and went into the backyard. Ready? Said Francie. She threw the ball high overhead. Arthur circled underneath it. I got it. The ball landed 5 feet away. Francine smothered a giggle. Let's try again, she said. She picked the ball and threw it up into the air. Arthur raised the gloves. That's it, said Francine. Get underneath. Arthur followed the ball past under the sun blinding him. He raised the arms to block the sun, and the ball hit him on the head. Ouch! Well, said Francine, at least you're under it. Look. She came over to show him. Use your gloves, keep the sun out of your eyes. But also put the gloves in a better place to catch the ball. Don't think about doing everything at once. Break it into a step. Oh, said Arthur. I see. One more time. She threw the ball again. This time Arthur used the gloves to block the sun. He circled and caught the ball. Arthur smiled. Francine smiled too. They practiced a few more times. I think getting the hang of this, Arthur. He thought so too. Thanks, Francine. You know, you might take a little buzz yourself. Me? About what? About pitching your baseball. He crouched down into catching stance. Come on, fire it in here. Francine threw the ball. It sailed over Arthur's head, past dugouts and the fence. While Francine ran to get the ball, Arthur stopped to think. All right, said Francine, returning to her position. Let's try again. Wait a minute, said Arthur. You know, Francine, maybe you should think about your pitching the same way you told me to think about my catching. What do you mean? Breaking into the step. Look, when you throw, you need to push off the legs first and use shoulder. And even after this ball, you threw that follows through. How do you know so much, Mama? Arthur looked a little embarrassed. Well, actually, it was DW. I heard her explain the whole thing to my mother. You're telling me to take advice from DW? Arthur shrugged. Nobody else to know, especially DW. Whatever got to lose? All right, said Francine. She got ready. Legs, shoulder. She fired the ball in an Arthur. Ouch! He shouted. He pulled it out of the glove and shivered. That was a real fastball. Francine looked pleased. It was, wasn't it? She said. Thanks for the tip. You're welcome, said Arthur. Francine paused. I really am sorry I teased you so much before. Arthur nodded. Well, you do over it sometimes. If I ever do it again, let me know. Deal? Deal. It was kind of your fault, though. My fault, said Arthur. How do you figure that? Well, if you had to keep up dropping the ball, I would tease you. Oh, yeah? Well, else when I throw the ball, it lands the same neighborhood. As Francine served the answer, he suddenly froze and laughed. Arthur laughed too. Here we go again, he said.
잘하죠.
선생님.
Chapter 8. Arthur studied his grudge throwing a tennis ball against the wall. Bounce, bounce, catch. Bounce, bounce, catch. Too bad they don't use these games, he thought. Hi, Arthur. Francine stood on the driveway. Arthur ignored her. Bounce, bounce, catch. Bounce, bounce, catch. Come on, Arthur. You can't ignore me forever. Arthur stopped bouncing the ball. What brings you here, Francine? No, don't tell me. A band you thought up some new insult since yesterday. Francine passed the reading. Actually, I came over with some news. My father has made me to assistant coach. Congratulations. Would I be assistant coach in tragic criticism? No. Look, Arthur, maybe I have gotten a little carried away lately. I'm sorry. But now my dad says I have to make sure the teams work together. She took up baseball, and my first project is you. Me? Arthur crossed the arms. What if I don't want to be project? Would you rather be teased and feel embarrassed all the time? Arthur sighed. He picked up glove, and they went to the backyard. Ready? Said Francine. She threw the ball high overhead. Arthur circled underneath. I've got it. The ball landed 5 feet away. Francine smothered a giggle. Let's try again, she said. She picked the ball and threw it into the air. Arthur raised his glove. That's it, said Francine. Get under it. Arthur followed the ball pass until the sun blinded him. He raised his arm to block the sun, and the ball hit him on the head. Ouch! Well, said Francine, at least you will run under it. Look, she came over to show him. Use your glove to keep the sun out of your eyes. That also puts the glove better placed to catch ball. Don't think about doing every once breaking into step. Oh, said Arthur. I see. One more time. She threw the ball up again. This time Arthur used the glove to block the sun. He circled, and caught the ball. Arthur smiled. Francine smiled too. They practiced a few more times. I think you're getting the hang of it, Arthur. He thought so too. Thanks, Francine. You know, you might take a little advice yourself. Me? About what? About pitching your fastball. He crouched down into catching stance. Come on, Byron here. Francine threw the ball. It sailed over Arthur's head, past the doghouse and the fence. While Francine went to get the ball, Arthur stopped the thing. All right, said Francine, returning to position. Let's try again. Wait a minute, said Arthur. You know, Francine, maybe you should think about your pitching the same way you told me to think about my catching. What do you mean? Breaking into the step. Look, when you throw, you need to push up with let first use your shoulder. And even after you release the ball, you still have to follow through. How do you know so much better about it? Arthur looked a little embarrassed. Well, actually, it was a DW. I heard her explain the whole thing, my mother. You telling me to take advice from DW? Arthur shrugged. Nobody has it, no, especially DW. What have you got to lose? All right, said Francine. She got worried. Legs? Shoulder? She fired the ball in Arthur. Ouch, he shouted. He pulled his out glove and shook it. That was a real pass ball. Francine looked pleased. It was, wasn't it? She said. Thanks for the tip. You're welcome, said Arthur. Francine paused. I really am sorry to tease you so much before. Arthur nodded. Well, you do overdo sometime. If I ever overdo again, let me know. Deal? Deal. It was kind of your fault, Drew. My fault, said Arthur. How do you figure that? Well, if you hadn't kept dropping balls, I wouldn't have teased you. Oh yeah? Well, at least when I throw a ball, lands in the same neighborhood. As Francis started to answer, she suddenly froze and laughed. Arthur laughed too. Hee, we go again, he said. 이렇게 아 제가
1시간 했습니다.
제가 이렇게 아까는 그냥 막 들을 때는 내용 하나도 몰랐는데 선생님하고 이렇게 하고 이걸 하니까 뭐 프린시님 계집까지 던졌구나 이렇게 그게 이제 막 이렇게 그림으로 그려지네.
맞아요. 근데 이게 정말 원어민 한 번 들으면 그 그림이 딱 나오는 거죠.
그러니까.
저도 그게 안 되는데 처음에 들었을 때 그냥 뭔가 뭐 던지는 느낌은 있어. 그것만 딱 잡혔어.
던지고 잡고 그래 어떻게 됐단 말이야.
그다음 선생님 말하면서 했을 때는 조금 어땠어요?
어떤 거? 두 번째? 첫 번째? 첫 번째 난 몰랐지. 뭐 바운스 이거 뭐 쫓아간다고 막 듣고 말하기 바쁘니까 나는 뜻을 모르는데 선생님은 듣고 그거를 이제 벌써 알잖아.
대강만. 근데 이제 딱
알잖아.
그러니까 이제 정말 속속들이 아는 거죠. 그럼 이제 듣고.
그러니까 이걸 하면서 이제 물론 하면서도 저도 두 번째도 막 따라갔지만 첫 번째보다는 내용이 눈에 들어오더라고 이렇게 그거 하니까.
이 상태에서는 계속 이제 흘려듣게 하는 거예요. 이 단계까지 온 다음에
우리 지금 다음에 우리 이런 식으로 하자. 한 시간은
그게
더
더 좋네요. 네.
듣고 이렇게 말하고 이렇게 하고 그치?
녹음보다는 이렇게 보여주면서 저희가 늘 이렇게만 했거든요.
그러니까
근데
우리 이제
이렇게 하니까
우리를
좀더 좋아요.
보여드리면서 이렇게 할게요.
네.
괜찮아. 우리도 괜찮아. 그리고 우리 그 브이로그를 한번 찍으려고 했는데 브이로그
바빠서?
이번 주에 바빠가지고 우리 이제 3분의 1 되면서 또 막 그 원격 있고 또 연말 되면 일이 정말 많거든요. 그래도 우리가 한번 브이로그를 한번 찍어볼게요, 여러분.
12월 안에.
12월 안에 한번 찍어볼게요.
네. 그럼 또 만나요.
또 만나요.